There's no better bet than a sporting bet.
Hello and welcome along to Chasing the Dollar, brought to you by Sportingbet. Ben Damon here with Adam Pengilly, and we've got a huge weekend of racing coming up, don't we?
Yeah, it's huge, Ben. Good to be back for another week. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's probably my favourite time of racing for the year, Ben. Huge week of Group 1 events in Sydney and Melbourne with the Topgun down in Melbourne and the Vic Peters in Sydney, and look like a cracking field in the Topgun as well, and we'll try and find a few winners.
Yeah, we certainly will. We'll start with the Topgun. Of course, this comes up on Saturday night, and Sportingbet do have a fixed odds market for us. Let's have a look at that, because there might be a little bit of value around the place. Found something for us?
Yeah, I think I might have, Ben. It's a really wide open race, and I really can't remember the last time I've seen $4 the field in a greyhound race. It just shows you it's probably the most open Topgun in recent memory. My top pick in the race is going to be number 2, Punch One Out. I thought she was fantastic trialling at the Meadows last Saturday night, running 29.55. She's a greyhound that does a few things wrong in a race. It's not the best to clear the traps, but I think she's capable of running times no other greyhound in this race can do. Provided with a little bit of luck through the first turn, I reckon she can really take control of this race down the back. At the $4, I'll be backing her right now. I think it's a fantastic price, and she's my top pick. Now, the other greyhound I think is well and truly over the odds is number 8, Dinah Nayland. Now, he's been stumbled out of his boxes his last 2 starts, but he's raced at the Meadows before in the Maturity Series and absolutely fantastic here. I'm thinking number 7, Ernie Bung Arrow, is going to make the race for him by carving across from an outside alley. Might clutter up 1 or 2 of these on the inside. He should get a lovely target into the race and be doing his best work late. At around the $14 mark, I think that's huge overs, and you have to have a little saver each way on him. Number 4, Spud Regis, goes in for 3rd. He's good drawn to get a gun run underneath the slow beginner and has claims as well. And I've concluded number 3, Tomac Bale, for 4th. A really tough, wide open race. It's almost a take your pick, but I'm really keen on number 2, Punch One Out, and number 8, Dinah Nayland, on an each way basis. And
if you're doing your betting through Sportingbet, of course, there is a bonus available to you. Let's have a look at that. It is available on all Australian Greyhound Group races. Best tote plus 5%. That is through Sportingbet. All right, well, that's our look at the Topgun, but let's get to Wentworth Park, because there's some outstanding racing this Saturday night at Wentworth Park. It is the heats of the Sportingbet Vic Peters, and we're going to kick it off with a free-for-all leg. This is not one of the heats. Race number 5, very good-looking race, though. Adam, who do you like here?
Yeah, going number 2, Electro Storm here, Ben. He's been a little bit disappointing his last 2 starts when he's been a little bit tardy at boxer rides, but I reckon he can bounce back last week. I thought there was a lot of merit in his run behind Mr. Kenmore last week when he charged home late. Would have finished a lot closer if he didn't get a check from Zipping Willow in the home straight. You know, Magella Ferguson's going to be working overtime on his box manners this week. If he can just step a little bit cleaner, I reckon there's a huge chance of winning this race. I'm happy to go with number 2, Electro Storm. Number 1, Genato's my blowout in the race. Forget the last start failure in the heats of the Lismore Cup. He was really genuine of late before then. He's a slowish beginner, but should be able to save some ground along the inside and do his best work late, so he goes in for 2nd. Number 4, Mr. Kenmore. This greyhound's absolutely flying at the moment. Should get the run of the race with a wide scouting incumbent on his outside. I just reckon he's going to find his level in the market on Saturday night, so happy to bet around him. And number 8, Mexico City, goes in for 4th, so my numbers are 2, 1, 4 and 8.
Well, that takes us to race number 6. This is the 3rd of the heats of the Sportingbet Vic Peters. Let's have a look at the field for this. It could just be the strongest of these heats going on Saturday night. It's an absolute cracker, and you've got Avondale Porsche building quite an amazing record. Where are you going, though, Adam?
Yeah, this is a really super race, Ben. A really tough race to pick a winner. And you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. And that's why we're going to stick with number 8, Zipping Willow. A little bit disappointing last week. First up after a short freshen up, stumbled out of the boxes, charged home late, but still did a few things wrong in her race. I think drawn out on the outside of the track here with not a whole lot of speed drawn directly underneath her, she can come zipping across from an outside alley and go really close here. Wentworth Park experience is going to be really crucial in this series. She has that. She's run around 29.6 to the track before, so I'm going to make her my top pick in the race. Number 4, Ding's Chance, is a really interesting runner for mine. He had his first look at Wenny last week, ran pretty slick time as well. He's a big, imposing, huge greyhound, drawn fairly well. He'll go close as winning this race as well. Number 3, Avondale Porsche, has been absolutely fantastic in 3 starts at Wentworth Park. I do have one big query about her in this race. If Ding's Chance happens to step on level terms with her going into the first turn, she's only a really slightly built greyhound. He's around 36, 37 kilos. If push comes to shove, she might find a little bit of trouble. Throw in number 2, Premier Moz, for 4th, but pretty keen on number 8, Zipping Willow, to win a heat of the Vic Peters.
Let's look at race number 7 now. This is another heat of the Sportingbet Vic Peters. It is a pretty nice looking race as well. Now, Jason Thompson's only bringing the 1 greyhound up from Victoria. Looks a pretty handy one too.
Yeah, what a good size. But I think you have to respect the fact that he's only bringing 1 greyhound up for the series. He must be a pretty good one, I reckon. I think he might be far too good for these. Didn't have a whole lot of heap of luck in his last start in the Geelong Cup heat. But if you take a look through his form line previous to that, he beat Crackerjack Lil, is an open age greyhound. Was only run down by Goldtown the last 30 metres, a start after that. Those 2 greyhounds greyhounds graduated from the Bob Payne series. Goldtown actually won that race. Crackerjack Lil made the final. That's really good form lines for this. I think what a good size was to be able to speed early from box 5, go towards the lead, and take a power of catching, to tell you the truth. So he's a really good bet and probably the bet of the night for mine. Number 1, Royal Sprite goes in for second. Greyhound's getting a little bit frustrating, but was improved on recent efforts last week. Not the same greyhound he was a few months ago, but definitely has to be respected from the draw. Throwing in number 4, Evil Punk for third, and number 6, Pantone Green, who was really good to us for fourth. But I'm finding it really hard to see the winner coming from outside. Number 5, What a Good Size, and number 1, Royal Sprite.
And the final leg of the quaddie is race number 8. This is another of the heats of the Sportingbet Vic Peters, and there's plenty of interstate runners going around here. You like them as well?
Yeah, really surprised, Ben, if the winner doesn't come from one of the 3 interstaters. I've just settled on number 3, Living Proof, who won the Great Chase Series at the Meadows recently. Has enough early speed to be prominent in this race going into the first turn. If it doesn't lead, she'll be able to tag Sienna's Dream or Buckle Up Wares going into the back straight and be really strong late. The lack of Wentworth Park experience is probably the only query, but I'm just hoping the box draw might offset that. So happy to go with number 3, Living Proof, as my top pick. Number 8, Buckle Up Wares goes in for second. Was absolutely fantastic winning at Wentworth Park last month when it was a travelling companion for Belhaven. Beat Romantic Affair, and that greyhound's gone on to win a couple of races as well. So the form line stacks up pretty well there. He might be fairly short in the market though, so happy to go with number 3, Living Proof. Number 4, Sienna's Dreams, another Victorian who's won 4 from 6 and has claims as well. And number 5, King Cobber looks the best of the locals, but I'm pretty keen on number 3, Living Proof, in the final leg of the quaddie.
Okay, Adam, it is time now to get your best bet on the program.
Race 7, number 5, Ben, What a Good Size. You have to respect the fact that Jason Thompson's only bringing up 1 greyhound for this series. He wouldn't be coming all the way with 1 pup for this if he didn't think it was a decent winning chance, and he's drawing a weak heat. I think he can win.
Okay, what about some value for us?
Race 2, number 1, Graydon's. Absolutely super last week over the unsuitable sprinting trip. You're probably not going to get the price you got last week, obviously, but around the $4.50, $5 mark, I think it's a very good bet.
And it looks a pretty tricky quaddie there in Wentworth Park.
Yeah, I reckon we might be able to try and get it though. So in the first leg, we're going to go with Electro Storm and throw in Gennaro and the inform Mr. Kenmore. In the second leg, we'll go with Zipping Willow and just include Ding's Chance and Avondale Porsche as a bit of insurance. Confident What a Good Size will get the job done in the third leg. Just include Royal Sprite as well. And we'll come home with Living Proof and Buckle Up Wes in the last leg.
And it's going to be a big Saturday, of course, the Cox Plate you've got. Then we go straight into the Top Gun, and it's a very good racing at Wentworth Park. Enjoy it. Good luck to you, Adam.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Can't wait for the Top Gun. Absolutely super race, bringing the best greyhounds from Australia all together in one night.
Yeah, it certainly does. And we'll see you next time on Chasing the Dollar.
There's no better bet than a sporting bet.